Hi Terry and Ange, I was just hoping for some feedback just on this complaints in regards to where I've got it to for now for registering an issue or complaint. So basically, with every course, they'll get instructions on this, but at the top of their LMS, they'll have a section for issues and complaints. So they click on that, and this page will come up. And it has a description here, which I'm going to do a bit more work on this, but basically says the link at the bottom of the page will take you to VFA Learning's Fresh Desk page. Via this page, you can log issues you are having with training, make a complaint, or provide feedback to VFA Learning. This may include issues you are having with. I've got there VFA staff, resource facilities, training and assessment, marketing, classroom management, placement, support, or other. Um, Again, firstly, whether you think that's appropriate to have those things listed or just don't provide examples at all. Before registering a complaint, you must read the complaints, grievances and appeals, academic and non-academic policy and procedure. So I'll put the link there. That's an example of where we just need to make sure that we update that. But now I've got you on board, I'm sure we'll become better at that, Ange. Please review the video below that will describe how to register an issue. So basically this video will show what they do when they click on here. So I'll talk them through it. Register your issue, complaint or feedback by clicking on the link below. So basically what I've got set up in Freshdesk, it's not going to look like this for the students. Basically when the students go in, that's just what it looks like for me. They'll have this, click on new support ticket to log your issue. Okay, and again, this will be explained in the video. They click on this, and basically they've got to put in their name, so that's a required field. We decided we didn't want anonymous. Terry and I decided on that. I'm not sure whether you've got another opinion on that, Ange, but I think it's best that they put their name there, or else we can't really deal with it. So I've added some drop-down boxes based on Ange's advice. Issue type, whether it's a complaint or feedback. So this could be used for the teachers as well. Just say they've got just an issue with the way some of the curriculum's working. They can log it here as feedback more so than just a complaint. Respondent type, I've got student, VFA staff, or other outline in description below. So if it's other, but this is mainly directed towards teachers and students. Have you discussed the issue complaint with your homeroom trader? Yes or no, or NA. That's if it's just feedback being provided. Again, the student might want to provide some positive feedback in there. Have you read the VFA Learning complaints, grievances and appeals, academic, non-academic policy and procedures? So they've got to acknowledge that they've done that. Yes, no, or NA for feedback. So issue subject, and then description of issue, and then they can upload any evidence that they want. So that'll be explained in the video. I guess my major question is, I've looked at your video, Terry, and it's sort of where I need advice is your video talks about the complaint when it's actually going to more that formal complaint stage. Whereas I guess this is a vehicle to collect the information on informal complaints and formal complaints. So my initial thought was we would just keep it a bit broader here. I've added some things here that Andrew's recommended. Keep it fairly broad here in regards to them just saying broadly what their issue is. Rather going, in your video you talked about, sorry, I've forgotten, like follow-up action expected, and you had two or three boxes here, whereas I wanted to keep it to one, which would have it slightly different to your form. But again, because it's trying to collect informal and formal feedback, which again, I'm thinking this is in most cases going to be just it's just an information collection device, and in lots of cases it's just going to be informal complaints, because again we don't escalate too much to formal complaints. But I still want to get this used fairly actively, so at audit time we do show that we are continuously improving and collecting information on those informal complaints. So that's how I want to use this. So this might be not only the students log on, but the teachers, if they're coming complaining to the teachers about something that's fairly informal, the teacher sits down with them and fills this in. Also, my thought is if the student complains about something, but it's just a small complaint, the student doesn't have to submit this ticket. The teacher can get in and just log a complaint that they've been dealing with. So that's my thought on this. But again, I'm open to feedback because you guys are more experienced at this than what I am. And again, once this is all registered, then they will get a notification. The notification will say that they'll hear back from 48 hours and so on. So that'll all align with what Terry's put in place. So, but it's more these fields that I'm most interested in at the moment.